Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, it's just me in my room today because Miss Courtney and I are practicing some social distancing. But with that being said, we have still made a great video for y'all to watch and we really hope you enjoy it. So let's get started.
Bring it back.
What is up, boys and girls, wherever you may be at? I hope you're enjoying your stay, and today I'm going to show you ways that I made slime. So the first one was using soap and salt. So as you can see, I'm grabbing hand soap and I'm putting a few squirts into a little container. Everybody should be using soap after the bathroom, whatever you're doing. Always wash your hands with the soap. It's very important, wash your hands. But as you can see, I'm struggling to very much get any sort of soap out. So I then kind of give up and I walk away to go get some salt and to get a spoon to put the salt in, obviously. I come back and I take a big spoonful of salt and I only put about half of it in there. I don't know why I only put that much, but that's what I did. And so now I start mixing and I'm mixing and I'm mixing, and as you can see, nothing is happening whatsoever. It's not changing into some magical slime. It's literally just looks like I put salt and soap together, which is what I did, but it just was not turning into slime at all. As you can see there, it was very gross, and I eventually added more salt, which did not help at all, but instead I tried to have the idea of putting it in the freezer and it still did not work. So that was a fail, and it's time to go to the next time I was trying to make slime. So this is attempt number 2 at making slime. As you can see, I'm trying to squeeze some glue out of a bottle, and you can't really tell, but in that container is also water, so I mix glue and water together, and then I start stirring it, and I slowly come to the realization that I put in entirely too much water. It was about half a thing of glue and half a thing of water, which once again was too much. I even left, as you can see, I left the area to go find some scissors to try to cut the bottle open so I could get some more glue out of it, because all I could think was, if I add more glue, it'll work. So I come back, I didn't find any way of cutting it open, so I'm just sitting there squeezing as hard as I can to get as much glue out, and as you can see, it still just looks like cloudy water. I was so upset because I thought this one would work because I was using glue, and it did not. It even made a little bit of a mess that I tried cleaning up, which I did a horrible job at. And now I just sit there and I stirred it, and then I left the room completely to go to my room to try and find some more glue that I could use, and it took me like 30 seconds to a minute to find the glue that I wanted, but eventually I did find it, and it was the color purple because I had put some paint in it when I last used it, and so which made this a pretty purple overall. And I'm mixing and it doesn't work. So on to the next attempt. So this is my third attempt at making some sort of slime. However, this one turned out to be more of a Play-Doh, I guess you could say, instead of slime. Basically what I am doing is I had flour in a bowl. It was only about a cup. I would slowly add more as I went. And I also had a bottle of water next to me, and I would slowly pour some water in and then mix the stuff together. I recommend using maybe a whisk or some sort of, maybe a spoon or something instead, maybe a fork to have your hands, because it gets super messy. Eventually I ended up washing my hands like twice because it was just so messy. But the trick with this is the more water you add, the more sticky or slimy it will be to your hands, which is not what you want. So if it feels like that, just add more flour and it will make it more dry and not stick to your hands as much. It doesn't stretch like slime or anything, however it's still super fun to play with. As you can see, I attempted to use a whisk, but obviously it doesn't work. As you can see, the clump of it that's in there, and I continue to make such a big mess with everything that I'm doing. But like I said, I just slowly began to add more and more flour to make it less dry. And you can kind of see, I still got my hands dirty, but you can kind of see that it didn't stick to my hands as much. You have to always ask parent permission. However, I put flour on my counter and I rolled it around in that. And that's what I got. So I hope you enjoy, and on to the next one. So finally, after all my failed attempt at making some sort of slime, I finally just went to the store and bought a slime kit that surprisingly I still almost messed up, which was very just crazy. But basically it came with this metallic glue, and so I poured it all in there, and then I put the secret solution, whatever that may be, in there, and I just started stirring it. So I didn't read the instructions, and I didn't know you're supposed to stir it until it's like you can't stir it anymore. So as you can see, I'm touching it and I'm just wondering to myself, why is it not working? Why is it not working? And I'm just sitting there messing with it, and I make such a mess because I didn't follow directions, which is why, kids, you always follow it. But I'm just sitting here trying to make the slime, and I made such a mess, as you can see. And it was just a disaster, but finally I did make slime, even though it doesn't. So I know it's on a pizza box, but I just could not get that slime off the pizza box. Although I will say it did work, and as you can see, I am just struggling so much to get it off there, but I finally got off a piece, and that is my final product on slime. And I think moral of the story is I have no clue how to make slime. But I really hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!
He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile day by day. God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. In the beginning, God made everything. God simply spoke and the world came to be. He sent a flood and made everything new. He parted the sea and let his people walk through. He helped a boy bring a giant right down. Joshua marched, the walls fell to the ground. These acts of power are worthy of praise. But if you want to question my God and his ways, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. Though we are sinners, he still gave us worth. God sent his son to live here on the earth. He healed the sick, he made blind men see. He let the lame walk and he set the world free. He died on a cross and he rose from the grave. He conquered sin, he is mighty to save. He went to heaven and he's coming back. God's word is true, but if it's attacked, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. I'm not afraid because God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
It's time for a Bible story. This story is called The Fiery Furnace. There once were 3 boys, and their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego loved God with all their hearts and served him faithfully. One day, while at home, they were playing video games and just chilling out, when all of a sudden, guards broke into their home and took them away to a place called Babylon. While in Babylon, they were to be prisoners, stuck in chains and serving the king. Now this king, his name was King Nebuchadnezzar. Now I know that sounds like a really hard, tough name, so let's go over it. Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar. While in Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, even though they were sad because they left their homes, they still served, prayed, and worshiped to God. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar, now remember that's this guy, he built a giant statue of himself. It was 90 feet tall from top to bottom and completely made out of gold. King Nebuchadnezzar made a decree, a law, and this law stated that whenever music started playing in the town, everyone there had to stop and praise and worship that golden statue. Now these 3 babbies right here were like, no way, Jose. So when the music started up earlier that day, everyone gathered around the golden statue and began to pray and worship to this golden statue. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stayed standing. They didn't get on their knees and pray to this golden statue. Now that made King Nebuchadnezzar really angry. But he decided to give them one more chance. So the music started up again. And once again, everyone gathered around and prayed and got on their knees and worshiped the statue. But the boys did not. King Nebuchadnezzar is furious now and orders the guards to take Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fiery furnace. But this time King Nebuchadnezzar tells the guards to make the fiery furnace 7 times hotter than normal. And so they do. Then the guards come and grab the 3 boys and take them to the furnace. But they still trusted and believed God would save them. Now the furnace was so hot that even the guards that threw them inside caught on fire. Then the door was closed shut with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego inside. King Nebuchadnezzar goes by and looks inside the door and is shocked by what he sees. He asks the guards how many people they threw into the furnace, and they say 3, but he sees 4 people inside. That 4th person was Jesus. King Nebuchadnezzar then orders them to come out and creates a new law. This law says that the only person that Babylon would worship was God. And that's the story of the fiery furnace.
Hey guys, welcome back to the amazing game show where the answer will always be C. I hope you're ready to get started because I know I am, so let's jump into it. Number 1, what was one of our worship songs? Was it A, Baby Shark, B, Jesus, You're My Superhero, or C, My God Is So Big? And it looks like the answer was C, My God Is So Big. Isn't that right? Next one, what was Miss Abby trying to make in her video? Was it A, Play-Doh, B, food, or C, slime? I wonder. And the answer was C, slime, because she made such a mess. Next, who was the king in the lesson? Was it A, King Saul, B, King Solomon, or C, King Nebuchadnezzar? I'm sorry, that is a mouthful to say. And the answer was C, King Nebuchadnezzar. Next one, what did King Nebuchadnezzar want everyone to do? A, dance for him, B, sing to him, C, bow to a statue. And it looks like the answer was C, bow to a statue. Next, we have, what did the boys get thrown into? A cave, B, a building, or C, a fiery furnace? I hope you're listening because the answer was C, a fiery furnace. Great job, everybody, and I thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!
Hey boys and girls, we really hoped you liked that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it just right down there. Share that, click that share button so other boys and girls just like you can watch and enjoy it. Now we really hope you have a great week and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye!